Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So I want to actually start briefly on the daily chart. The daily chart hasn't changed, but I wanted to explain the context again after the sell-off, obviously, that we've seen. To be honest, I mean, it's only been moving sideways, right? And that is the, I mean, more or less, okay. But you see it, we had this candle where we had this sort of mini flush, which, yeah, moved down to 91K. I mean, it is, okay, maybe not mini, but in the context of what we've done, it doesn't look too significant, but still, it is still something noteworthy. The altcoins are not really affected. And overall, you can see it here, it still looks like a sideways range. Now, we have broken, however, back below 100K, and that shows that we are really in rough waters, right? This is not going to be an easy ride above 100K. So I sent a message to our members earlier on Discord, and it was like, you know, the bulls drove the price through the finish line like I don't know, like runners during a marathon, but then they just ran out of steam, right? And they just couldn't maintain that upside momentum above 100K. Well, they broke it. It's like, you know, I don't know, it's like a hot air balloon that's rising and rising, but at some point there are no buyers left, and you don't normally need massive selling to get prices down. What's enough is sometimes that there are just no buyers, okay? Nobody wanted to buy above 100K, at least not today, yesterday. Well, there were people, but not enough to get that, you know, get that fuel in for that hot air balloon. It's like a hot air balloon that if you switch it off, so if you switch the flame off, well, it's not going to crash directly, but it's going to go down slowly, right? Because no new fuel is coming in. I hope that kind of analogy makes sense. So that's what we see at the moment. And you will see on the micro level that we broke, unfortunately, micro support levels. So the upside impulse got invalidated. Now, that doesn't mean it couldn't try it again. It certainly could. For now, however, due to the deep pullback, I'm assuming the larger wave 4 has started. Now, that might change. I mean, expect this to change. We haven't even broken below that previous swing low from the 26th of November. And we need to get this, we need a little bit more price data now. But that's normally my approach. You know, when support levels break, then I'm looking for an alternative bullish scenario. If I don't see one, then I assume we're in a correction until the market gives me the next upside impulse. Now, that doesn't mean I'm bearish, but this here would be short-term bearish scenario with a possible wave 4, which was due, but Bitcoin so far hasn't started it. I mean, maybe this is now the moment to start it. I don't see much evidence yet on the price chart, but we take a look at that on the smaller time frame. I just want to highlight the potential that we could have started the wave 4. I'm not going to give up of a direct move, and I would still like to see further upside overall. I just think the move today, at least it was a warning, and has made clear that we need to be cautious in these price regions. One reasonable strategy might be to trade just a bit smaller. You know, this is obviously around 100K strong resistance. Now, it's a shame that we couldn't close the daily candle above 100K. It really is a shame, because well, yeah, we didn't, did we? No, we didn't close above 100K. No, we didn't. So that's a bit of a shame there. And therefore, we have seen that setback, and it's not a sustained break above 100K yet. So what does that mean for the price? Now, let's go to the smaller time frame. And here you can see my approach. So the yellow scenario, I said, is now preferred. And that's because the price broke. I mean, we broke out. And I gave you in the last video, or the last videos, support levels that need to hold. Now, the good thing is we saw very quickly that things are breaking because they were very close. You know, those were support levels for impulsive structures. And when they break, it's not an impulse anymore. And then it becomes, okay, either I want to be out if I'm trading an impulse, or at least, you know, I know structurally this is going to morph. This is going to be something different. I have to take a step back and see how the market is now stabilizing or reacting to the next support levels. Now, for me, this could easily now be this ABC structure here in an A wave, which might then lead to a B wave bounce, which can again happen. That means we might be ranging here for a bit. So it means we could be close to completing this C wave of A, then we might start a B wave. Now that again, that might overshoot. We'll have to see. It's going to be messy. That B wave warns us that it's going to be ranging for a bit, probably. And then because we're in a larger wave 4 anyway, wave 4s are often sideways corrections. If this is a wave 4, I mean, overall, this is just a sideways consolidation now, all right? Obviously with a lot of volatility, but the upside breakout couldn't be maintained. And it has the look of a 3-wave rally from the 26th of November low. Remember that B wave, I considered it, but I took it off yesterday, right? But maybe I took it off too quickly, but well, anyway, that's why I tracked support, right? To tell you when things are gonna go the other way again. But yeah, I had to reintroduce it obviously because of this. So, but it could also be the white count. I mean, that is still the only directly bullish scenario I see is the white count, during which that's the dog. What's the dog? If you heard the dog in the background. The only, yeah, it's a strange scenario. In this white count, we could still be in some kind of a diagonal or even a wave 1 with a high B wave. But we would have to hold then the 26th of November low, and we've already come very, very close to invalidating. But that can sometimes happen during these sort of volatility events. I mean, there was a lot of selling pressure suddenly, right? And that got brought up quite quickly without invalidating the idea of a 1-2 setup now. And then again, we can debate, is the wave 1 here or is the wave 1 here? That is secondary, because it's important that we're holding above the 26th of November low. That is also a probable scenario, but it is, in my opinion, it needs to prove itself, right? And how can it do that? Well, with an impulsive break above the last high at 103,770. I think what this price action does, it at least warns us that we have to be on the side of caution, right, in this price region. And maybe trading smaller positions might make sense in this price region when trading Bitcoin. I mean, altcoins are separate because they actually haven't been really affected by that selling pressure, right? For example, just looking at VeChain, pretty neutral, ADA, DOT, pretty neutral. I mean, they might go through small corrections or pullbacks, but nothing so far noteworthy. I mean, also Bitcoin, I mean, it got, let's be honest. I mean, yeah, it's kind of disappointing it broke back below 100K because the buyers ran out of steam, right? Not necessarily because there was lots of selling pressure, but there was, well, something triggered it here, and then we recovered, however. It's at least not like an avalanche down, right? I mean, yeah, there was short-term selling pressure, but it's not like that panic selling or anything started, at least not yet. And overall, this is just, I mean, we're only there where we were like 2 days ago, right? So it's not that anything significant happened, but what is disappointing is that Bitcoin couldn't hold the daily above 100K. So, but I'll keep you updated. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. And if you are interested in the membership, you can watch the video on our channel page. It's a 2-minute video that explains the membership extras. You get member-only videos. Today I covered Jasmine and Render, and a lot of people asked for that. These are videos that I don't normally cover, or coins that I don't normally cover that much on YouTube. So these are member updates. As a gold member, you also, in addition to those, get access to Discord and for like short-term updates and Tradingview live chart access and so on. But you can get the explanation in this video. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.